The email hit my inbox at 2:17 p.m. on a Tuesday, the subject line gleaming, offer of employment, marketing manager, Nexus Tech. I stared, heart racing, at the logo of a multi-million-dollar software giant known for its cutting-edge AI platforms. 1 year into my career as a marketing executive at a scrappy startup, and here was Nexus Tech offering me a 6-figure salary, 3 times my current pay, for a marketing manager role, 2 ranks above my position. The perks were unreal: stock options, a corner office, global travel, full health coverage. I read the letter twice, then 3 times, my cubicle's fluorescent hum fading into a dreamlike haze. Nexus Tech's HR director, Priya, had been effusive in our final interview. "Your confidence, your bold ideas, your demo, it blew us away," she'd said. They didn't ask for my current salary, a rarity in the industry. Instead, they wrote, "We hire the best talent, no matter the cost." Me, Robert Chen, 26, barely a year out of college, was their best? I'd joined Skyvibe, a digital marketing startup, straight out of school, learning the ropes under Raj, the founder. He was intense but brilliant, giving me free rein to build campaigns, experiment with ad tech, and lead pitches. Skyvibe's growth, 30% revenue spikes, a viral campaign, was my doing. Raj called me his secret weapon. I owed him. The offer was a rocket ship, but I wasn't greedy. Skyvibe was my home, Raj my mentor. I couldn't just jump ship. That evening, I drove to the startup's loft office, the city lights glinting off the river. Raj was at his desk, surrounded by empty coffee cups, his usual chaos. "Got a minute?" I asked, pulse quick. He nodded, curious. I laid it out, the Nexus Tech offer, the salary, the title. "I'm confused, Raj. I love it here. What should I do?" I handed him the letter, printed on crisp Nexus Tech letterhead. His eyes scanned it, widening, then narrowing. He leaned back, stroking his beard. "Robert, you're irreplaceable. You built our marketing from scratch. We're at a takeoff stage, you can't leave now." His voice was calm but firm. "This offer's incredible, but we can't match it yet. I'll raise your salary 70% starting next month, and in 3 months, we'll get closer to their number. Stay, and your family." I exhaled, relief flooding me. Loyalty mattered more than money. I trusted Raj. "That sounds perfect," I said, grinning. "I'll stay." He clapped my shoulder. "Good man." I left feeling lighter, ready to turn Nexus Tech down. The next morning, I emailed Nexus Tech's HR, my fingers heavy on the keys, "Thank you for the incredible offer, but I've decided to stay with my current company." Priya replied within hours, "We respect your choice, Robert. Best of luck." I felt a pang. Had I let a golden ticket slip? But Raj's words echoed, "Your family." I dove back into work, tweaking ad campaigns, prepping for a client pitch. Skyvibe was my future, I told myself. By day 2, Raj's demeanor shifted. During a morning stand-up, he snapped at a minor error in my report. "This is sloppy, Robert. Step it up." His tone was sharp, eyes cold. I brushed it off, stress, maybe. But the jabs kept coming. Thursday, he critiqued my slide deck, "We raised your salary, and this is what we get." I blinked, confused. The raise hadn't even started. Friday's team meeting was the breaking point. With 5 colleagues around the table, Raj turned to me, voice dripping with disdain. "Robert, we doubled your pay, but you're not worth it. Go accept that offer if you think you're so special." The room froze. My face burned, humiliation sinking deep. Emma, our designer, stared at her laptop, avoiding my eyes. I cornered Raj after, voice low. "What's going on?" "I stayed because you asked me to." He shrugged, smirking. "Prove you deserve it." That weekend, I barely slept, replaying his words. Was this a test? Monday morning, my phone buzzed at 7:45 a.m. A text from Raj, "You're fired." Bring the laptop to the office. I stared, breath caught. Fired? I'd built Skyvibe's marketing team, driven their growth. The laptop, standard for remote work, was at home, but I hadn't misused it. I drove to the office, hands shaking, and dropped it off. Raj didn't look up. "We're done," he said, waving me out. Back home, I called Nexus Tech, desperate. Priya was kind but firm. We offered the role to another candidate who accepted immediately. My stomach dropped. I was jobless, betrayed, and the offer was gone. Worse, whispers spread. Emma texted, "Raj is telling people you faked the offer to scam a raise." I was stunned. He'd seen the letter, the team knew it was real. Raj wasn't just firing me, he was torching my reputation. The days after my firing were a blur of disbelief and panic. I sat in my apartment, the city's hum mocking my silence. Skyvibe owed me a paycheck for the 21 days I'd worked in March, plus a legally required 1-month severance for firing without notice. Neither came. Raj ignored my emails, his LinkedIn profile touting Skyvibe as a unicorn in the making. I called Emma, hoping for clarity. "He's telling everyone you were a liability," she said, voice low. "I'm sorry, Robert. I'm looking for a way out, too." Bills loomed, rent, utilities, a car loan. My savings, meager from startup pay, would last a month, maybe 6 weeks if I skipped meals. My girlfriend, Lena, was supportive but stretched thin, her barista job barely covering her own rent. "You'll bounce back," she said, squeezing my hand. I wanted to believe her, but doubt gnawed at me. Had I been naive to trust Raj? To reject Nexus Tech? I spent nights scrolling job boards, the glow of my laptop a lifeline in the dark. I applied to mid- and senior-level marketing roles, senior executives, assistant managers, even managers, knowing my Skyvibe work had proven my worth. I tailored resumes, wrote cover letters, and networked on LinkedIn, messaging old college contacts. Rejections piled up, some citing lack of experience despite my results. A week in, I got a call from a mid-sized firm, Tech Trend, for a senior executive role. The interview went well, but their offer was $80,000, decent, but far from Nexus Tech's package. I held out, betting on my value. Meanwhile, rumors of Skyvibe's unraveling surfaced. Emma texted, "Raj fired 2 more people. No one wants to join after hearing about you." A former intern, Sam, called me. "Raj is telling clients you forged documents to extort him." I set them straight, but he's spiraling. I felt a flicker of vindication, but it didn't pay the bills. By day 20, my bank account dipped below $1,000. Lena brought me coffee, her eyes worried. "You're stronger than this," she said. I nodded, but inside, I was breaking. The betrayal wasn't just personal, it was financial, professional, a theft of my future. On day 30, jobless and restless, I sat at a coffee shop, laptop open, applying to a senior marketing manager role at CodeZap, a rising tech firm. My phone buzzed, a LinkedIn message from Carla, a Nexus Tech recruiter I'd met during my interview. "Heard you're on the market. Interested in a director role at PulseAI?" PulseAI was a competitor to Nexus Tech, known for its blockchain innovations. I replied instantly, setting up a call. Carla's voice was warm. "Your Nexus Tech interview left an impression. PulseAI wants you." Over the next week, I interviewed with PulseAI, CodeZap, and 2 others. Tech Trend upped their offer, and a consultancy, Brightwave, pitched a manager role. Each saw my Skyvibe work, metrics, campaigns, client wins, and valued it. PulseAI's CEO, Anita, grilled me on strategy, then smiled. "You're bold, Robert. We need that." By week's end, I had 4 offers, all 6 figures, all surpassing Nexus Tech's package. PulseAI stood out, $185,000, equity, a signing bonus, and a hybrid work model. CodeZap offered $170,000 with global travel. Brightwave tempted with $160,000 and mentorship. TechTrend's $120,000 felt safe but small. I called Lena, then my dad, a retired accountant who'd always preached caution. Take the one that feels right, not just the money, he said. Lena was blunt. Raj screwed you. Don't play small now. I spent a night pacing, weighing risks. Pulseai's culture, innovative, collaborative, echoed Nexus Tech's promise, but their trust in me felt real. I accepted their offer, signing the contract at 2 a.m., a grin breaking through my exhaustion. The betrayal had shattered me, but it also showed me my worth. Meanwhile, Skyvibe imploded. Sam emailed, Raj lost a major client. No marketing budget, teams down to 3. LinkedIn posts from ex-employees hinted at unpaid salaries, toxic rants. Raj's unicorn was crumbling, his arrogance the wrecking ball. I felt no joy, only clarity. His betrayal had freed me to soar. I started at Pulseai on a crisp Monday, walking into their sleek downtown office, glass walls reflecting the sunrise. My team, 6 marketers, sharp and welcoming, greeted me like a peer, not a rookie. My boss, Anita, was a visionary, her feedback direct but kind. You're here to shake things up, Robert, she said, handing me a project, a global campaign for their new blockchain platform. I dove in, blending Skyvibe's scrappy tactics with Pulseai's resources. Within a month, our ads hit 10 million impressions, conversions up 25%. Anita called me to her office, grinning. You're a force. The contrast to Skyvibe was stark. No late-night texts, no public shaming. My team collaborated, ideas flowing freely. I mentored a junior marketer, Priya, watching her confidence bloom. Lena noticed the change. You're you again, she said, kissing my cheek. My salary covered rent, loans, even a weekend trip to the coast. For the first time, I felt secure, not just surviving. Skyvibe's downfall became industry gossip. A TechCrunch article detailed its collapse. Skyvibe, once a promising startup, burns through funds as founder Raj Patel alienates talent. Sam confirmed Raj fired half the team, lost all major clients, and failed to secure venture capital. His LinkedIn went quiet, his last post a desperate pitch for investors. Rumor spread he'd returned to his old accounting job in London, tail between his legs. Karma wasn't subtle. I reached out to Emma, now at a rival startup. You dodged a bullet, she said. Raj thought firing you would scare us into submission. It backfired. She'd left with Sam, both landing better roles. I smiled, bittersweet. Raj's betrayal had hurt, but it pushed me to Pulseai, to a life I hadn't dared dream of a year ago. I wasn't just surviving, I was thriving, my scars proof of strength. 6 months into Pulseai, I spoke at a tech conference, invited to share my meteoric rise. The room was packed, marketers, founders, execs. I didn't sugarcoat it. I trusted a boss who saw my success as a threat, I said, voice steady. He fired me for loyalty, smeared my name. But that mistake taught me my worth. I shared the Nexus Tech offer, Raj's betrayal, and Pulseai's trust. Never let someone dim your value. Know it, fight for it. The crowd applauded, some nodding, others teary. A young marketer, Aisha, approached after. My boss undermines me daily. Your story gives me courage. I gave her my card. You're not alone. I started mentoring through a tech diversity program, helping early career professionals navigate toxic workplaces. I blogged about my experience, titled The Cost of Trust, warning against blind loyalty. It went viral, sparking LinkedIn debates. A recruiter from Google messaged, your resilience is inspiring. Ever consider us? I laughed, flattered, but happy at Pulseai. Anita promoted me to senior director, citing my game-changing leadership. The pay bump funded a down payment on a condo with Lena, our future taking shape. Skyvibe was a ghost. A Glassdoor review from a former intern read, Raj Patel runs a dictatorship. Avoid at all costs. Only 3 employees remained, all job hunting. Raj's attempt to pivot to consulting flopped, no one trusted him. I felt no glee, only closure. His downfall was his own making, a mirror to my rise. I'd learned, trust yourself first, document everything, and never let a bad boss define you. A year after Raj's text, I stood in Pulseai's office, watching the skyline glow. Lena and I were planning a trip to Japan, funded by my bonus. My team had just won an industry award for our campaign, and needed toasting me as the heart of it. Raj was a distant memory, his betrayal a spark that ignited my career. I'd gone from a fired startup grunt to a senior director at a top firm, my name known in tech circles. The lesson was clear: a bad boss can break you, but only if you let them. I kept advocating, speaking at summits, mentoring dozens. My blog grew into a podcast, Rise Above, featuring stories of workplace resilience. Listeners emailed me, a coder who'd escaped a toxic CEO, a designer who negotiated a raise after my advice. Each story felt like a piece of Daniel's legacy, proof that pain can fuel change. Pulseai adopted my ideas, launching a workplace culture program to spot toxic leaders early. I led the first workshop, sharing Raj's tactics to teach others what to avoid. Raj's name faded from tech. A LinkedIn rumor claimed he was selling insurance in London, his startup a cautionary tale in MBA classes. Skyvibe's website was offline, its socials dormant. I didn't gloat, his failure was enough. My legacy was bigger, empowering others to know their worth, to fight back, to rise. What's your story? Have you faced a boss who turned on you? Share below. Let's build a community of resilience, where no one's career is derailed by a Raj. Follow for more stories of triumph over betrayal.